The mega cap stocks are getting absolutely monkey hammered today. I looked earlier in the day and I saw the NASDAQ was up pretty big. And then I come back at the end of the day and I'm like, what did you guys do? You sold off Amazon 4.75%, Meta 2.32%, Google down almost 5%, Broadcom down almost 5%, Nvidia down almost 1%, Oracle, Palantir, Microsoft. You guys killed these stocks. What'd you do that for? Don't worry, we're going to take a look at all those. And we're also going to look at a few new buy signals where money's actually rotating into today. But first, before we get into either of that, I want to look at SpaceX. Oh my goodness, gravy. Look at this stock. Like SpaceX looks like a rocket that is absolutely crashing back down to Earth. And you shouldn't be too surprised about this. We've mentioned this many times over that SpaceX was just waiting for the sellers to come to town, and that's exactly what has happened right now. Now, it's down 16% today. 16% today. Huge, nasty moves down. So, how about we not look at SpaceX? How about we just take our money and not put it in SpaceX to watch it just get set on fire, right? Let's look at a couple other stocks before we get to the buy signals like Google. Now, Google had a really rough day as well. In fact, I was looking at this news article over here, and it had SpaceX, Google, it had Amazon, Meta, Microsoft, and a couple of Micron, Western Digital. Some of that were doing well, but overall, these big tech names, the ones that got hit today, are the ones I want to look at. Uh, SpaceX slid over 10%. Elon Musk said launching an, oh, that's right. I saw it's offering bonds or something. And people are saying that that's what's causing the big sell off. Sure, I guess so. Or the fact that they just unloaded their shares. That's what they've been waiting for. Alphabet dropped 6% for its biggest one day fall since May of 2025 because one of their DeepMind senior researchers is was leaving for AI startup Anthropic. So one of Google's big guys is heading over to Anthropic. Amazon lost almost 5%. Meta and Microsoft both around 3%. It doesn't really give a reason why, but either way, hyperscalers have committed billions to scale up their artificial intelligence architecture, although clear evidence that AI products can and generate returns justifies the spins we've seen, blah, blah, blah. Point is, right, there's definitely some news going on in these stocks right here, but what I want to focus on is price. That's really what I care about. And looking at Google, this price is terrible. This has been in a downtrend since the entirety of June so far. In a downtrend since the entirety of June. Looking at Amazon, this has been in a downtrend since the entirety of June as well. Let's go to Rocket Lab. This has been in a downtrend since June 10th. How about Intel? Now that's what I'm talking about. Now, you see the difference here between a stock like this, where you're just losing money, you're watching it getting set on fire, or Intel, where it's just looking like a big, beautiful thing, right? This is exactly what you're looking for when buyers are overwhelming the sellers. Then you can look at something like Netflix, which has been in a downtrend for all of June, all of May, and half of April since earnings. And then Microsoft also been in downtrends since all of June. Like, these are some of the biggest names out there, literally the biggest names out there, and they're getting absolutely killed. So let's take a look at them inside of OVTLYR. Google got a sell signal back on May 14th, and there's no reason to own it since that point. Amazon got a sell signal on May 12th, and there's literally no reason to own it since that point. Netflix got a sell signal on April 22nd, and literally no reason to own it since that point, right? And that's the point of having the OVTLYR for only 82 cents a day to know when to get into stocks. Because remember, all stocks are bad. Like Microsoft is a bad stock, but every once in a while it acts right? All stocks are bad. Every once in a while they act right. And it's been acting terrible for a minute with that sell signal, and it's getting more and more fearful. The same story on these big stocks over and over, like Meta. Same thing over here. And all these stocks that you've been seeing with the red backgrounds, that shows you when the downtrends are happening. And the trend is your friend until it bends. It's a cliche for a reason because it's true. Then you got other stocks like Oracle, right? Where's Oracle at? Down 5%. Palantir down nearly 7%. Sell signal in place on Oracle, getting worse and worse. Look over here. Fear and greed in the sector has been going down, more fearful. Breadth in the sector has been negative. And then the stock has a bearish trend, a sell signal. It's getting less and less greedy, but at least you don't have any outlier blocks in the way. Yeah, okay. How about Palantir? Similar situation right here. Sell signal and getting really fearful. In fact, it's down at 21 out of 100. So if we can't look at SpaceX and we can't look at these big boys over here, where should we be looking to put our money today, right? Well, today, the one-day performance had energy, healthcare, and real estate leading the charge. Technology, that's where I'm at right now. A full disclosure, I am long TQQQ using Plan ETF. Now, you can get access to my exact plan. This exact Google slide sheet is linked down below, and you can see Plan ETF. And I am long TQQQ because of the signals generated in QQQ. And we'll get to that in just a minute. So I'm looking at the tech sector today, nearly flat on the day, but it's definitely the best one in the last week, 3.43%. Like energy is still down in the last week, 5%. It may have had a good day, but it's had a really, really bad week. So if we go a little deeper into the tech stocks, like I say, I am long tech stocks. I want to take a look at them. Scientific and technical instruments, electronic components, semiconductors, those are the real leaders today. And semiconductors have been the real leader over the last week with computer hardware as well. So several of these names you're probably familiar with, like, in fact, let's change this to last week so it's a little bit easier to see. Several of these names like Intel, Texas Instruments, Micron, AMD, yeah, some big names in this group, right? But what are we looking at today? Today, we're looking at the scientific and technical instruments. So I looked at a handful of these stocks over here to see if they had buy signals. And MKSI was the first one that I saw that had a buy signal in place. And that one had a big move today. That was up about 3.5% today. It's up 18% in the last week. So put MKSI on your radar, a 9 of 9. Now, the reason that I like to look at the screeners like this, and I am using FinViz right now, but we are building this into OVTLYR. We're calling this our sector intelligence map, is you're going to be able to see exactly which direction things are rotating to. So MKSI, right? If we could have seen that a couple days earlier, you would have seen that buy signal came through with a 9 of 9 on OVTLYR 9, and it is looking gorgeous. And then the next one on this list, Keys. What is Keys? Keys is Keysight Technologies Inc. Looking at Keys today, buy signal on Tuesday, June 16th. So about a week ago. How much is Keys up today? Keys is up 2.6% today, up 6% in the last week. So keep your eye on Keys. That one looks really strong as well. You can see it's getting more greedy on the stock. It's in an uptrend. It's got a buy signal. The industrials sector, for some reason, is what this is being classified under an OVTLYR. It's getting more greedy. It's exactly what you want to see. Next one, CGNX, I believe is what I got pulled up here. No, I take that back. How about Core? Yeah, Core. This is the biggest mover of the day, 9.22%. Most of the entire week's gains came in one single day on Core. It doesn't have the buy signal yet, but it very well could, since it's in the same group as these other guys, flash that buy signal here in the next day or two. So keep your eye on Core. If you missed MKSI, if you missed Keys, you could be looking at Core coming up next. So put that on your radar. Now, take a look at the S&P 500. We still have that buy signal in place, right? Came in a couple days ago. And then the NASDAQ, which is exactly where I got into, right, has the uptrend in the NASDAQ. That's a green background. It's when the 10 is over the 20, prices over the 50, trending up higher. It has the buy signal in place that came on last Tuesday. And the heat map is under 70. Let's take a look. Yeah, the heat map is under 70. It's at 55.77 right now. And is it inside the value zone? Well, the value zone is a free indicator in our Discord, and you can see it is inside the value zone right now. And I can show you exactly where I got in. This is the Tuesday right there that I got in. I got in at 731.82, but I used TQQQ because that's the triple leverage ETF. And my actual entry price on TQs was 80.72. 80.72. It's at 82.58 right now. Now, the real question is, and there's no order blocks on NASDAQ, but the real question is, when we're going to get out? Well, this will not change from the time that I open it till the time I close it. These are my exit signals. Now, I'm on vacation. I've been on vacation for over a week now. I still got 2 weeks to go. It's brilliant. I can't wait to do even more vacation. It's so fun. And you know what I'm doing while I'm vacation? I'm making money with Plan ETF. Now, Plan ETF is designed to be this way, where it's a simple plan. You're just looking for a handful of things to get out, right? A sell signal on the NASDAQ. Well, what's really cool is you can just add the NASDAQ as part of your watch list, like I do. It takes you literally 1 second a day to pop into OVTLYR. Look, does it have a sell signal? Nope. Done. Okay, easy. Next step, 10-20 bearish cross. Well, as long as the trend continues up higher, we don't have to worry about a 10-20 bearish cross. If there's a 30-day order block, that's it. Well, there are no order blocks on top of it, so we don't have to worry about that one at all. And if it closes outside 3 ATRs, which would be way up here at 769.47. So if it If it went way up here, like it did in this spot right here, that's a sell into strength signal. And you can see right after that, pulled back pretty strong and came back up a little bit. So if it gets up into this area, that's my sell into strength signal. So how long does it take me to look each day? One, look at the outlier. That's it. Two, look for a 10-20 cross or a breakout at the top of the value zone. And that's it. And both of those I can do on my phone in like 1.2 seconds. So this is what Plan ETF is designed for. So be sure you subscribe because I go step by step by step in all these plans. And you need to watch this video here where we talked about the best ETFs that I could find in OVTLYR. So be sure you subscribe and I'll see you in the next video.